What is up, fight fans? You are locked into the Silly Gilly Goose MMA show. Today's episode, UFC 329. Today's special guest, Max Wawrin. Max, welcome to the channel. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a lot better now that I'm on camera with you three guys. This channel's phenomenal. If you guys already subscribed or following these guys on Instagram, you better hop on the bandwagon now because it's only going to continue to grow after this week. I guarantee that.
Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it.
Dude, so how'd you get started on social media? When did you start uploading? How'd you get into UFC? And when did you upload your first UFC video?
That's actually a great question. I posted a video talking about this a little bit, but it was only like an hour before this. So I might be repeating myself now if you go watch my recent clip I uploaded. But just to give a brief rundown, I didn't really get into the UFC heavily until COVID hit. You know, obviously the whole world was shut down. There was no other sports going on. So that's when I really kind of became a hardcore UFC fan. Obviously, you know, I wasn't under a rock. If Conor McGregor was fighting, I was paying attention. Or if there's any other big fights that happened in the past, I was paying attention to that. But I wasn't gonna watch a fight night. I wasn't gonna watch the prelims. I was a dude that turned on the StreamYard or StreamEast. Sorry, not StreamYard, StreamEast to watch the main event because I didn't want to pay for that stuff and I was young. But yeah, I just really became a fan of the game during COVID. Absolutely loved it. The people are awesome. You know, this is awesome getting to be on here and chat up with you guys, and the fighters are the easiest people to get along with in the world. There's no other sport like it. You know, I've tried DMing NFL, NBA players before. They think they're too cool, but these UFC guys, they're real ones, man. So just started the podcast a year ago. I started my channel back during COVID. I was just vlogging, going to games, doing other sports, playing golf. But then, you know, if you're going to shoot 45 to 50 through 9 holes in golf, you're probably not going to make it on YouTube. You know, it's a little bit better than that, guys. So I started doing my podcast a year ago. We had Cody Durden on, who we're about to talk about here in the first fight. And we fast forward a year later, and I'm going to watch one of my best friends compete on one of the biggest stages there is in the UFC. You know, not only this year, but maybe this decade on a Conor McGregor card with Terrence McKinney kicking it off against King Green, man. So life is crazy. If you work hard, you be yourself, and you see a dream, it can absolutely happen. And I'm living proof of that. I'm just a normal white dude from the South. But if you just be yourself, dream big, don't listen to the haters. There's always going to be haters, especially on social media. You can achieve anything.
Always. Beautiful words to open us off. Very inspirational. So yeah, like you said, just a year. That's insane, dude. Like, I feel like your just content's always in our feed. You're always popping off. Always have every fighter on your channel. That's crazy, dude. And you're so good friends with Steve, Terrence, Mike Davis, all those guys, dude. Like, just everyone's dream, really, to just be that close with all their favorite fighters, dude. It's pretty awesome to see. But and you got some of your boys fighting on this card. Starting us off here, your boy Cody Durden taking on Alessandro Costa here. Was supposed to fight Ode Osborne. Ode Osborne had to pull out because he was too scared to fight Cody Durden, probably. So Alessandro Costa stepping in here again for his second short notice fight in a row after KOing Matt Schnell just a month ago, actually. So, Max, who are you picking here and why?
Well, I'm actually going to go ahead and start this off with, I'm glad. Well, I need to watch how I word this. I'm happy that Ode and Cody are not competing against each other because I am cool with Ode as well. I'm very upset he had to pull out because of an injury, though. Obviously, I want him to be healthy, but I'm glad they're not fighting each other. I don't like to watch my friends fight, but yeah. I mean, if you want a short notice opponent for somebody like Cody Durden, a guy that I'm always going to back, like I said, he was the first interview I ever did a year ago.
So cool.
If he's going to step in and fight somebody, I want it to be against somebody I don't like. And Costa's a part of that Diego Lopez group, as Connor just mentioned. I'm Steve's co-host to his YouTube channel as well. That's obviously, one of my best friends too. I talk to him more than my own mother some weeks. I love you, Mom, if you're watching this. So I'm sorry about that. But me and Steve got business to do sometimes. But yeah, if you're in Diego Lopez's circle, man, I'm not really cool with you for obvious reasons. It's all love, though. I respect Diego. He's a hell of an athlete. He's probably one of the most humble dudes in the UFC, but, I can't like him for what just happened, obviously, a few weeks ago. So give me Cody Durden by start this thing off with America getting an upset, baby, and kicking off this insane card that we're going to be at on Saturday night, baby. Let's go. Cody Durden, baby. Come on.
Let's go. Let's go. How do you see Cody Durden getting it done?
I think he's just going to be able to wrestle him and hold him down, man. I mean, that's the Cody special, you know what I mean? Cody will throw some stuff on the feet, but I think his path to victory, everybody watching this that's a hardcore fan knows that Cody's path to victory is going to be to keep this thing on the ground. And if he can control Costa on the ground, keep good positions, maybe look for submissions, I think that's his path to victory. So it might not be the most exciting thing, but hey, you got to do what you got to do to get a dub, and especially against a very hot prospect like Costa. So give me Cody Durden, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Mason, who are you picking for this fight and why?
I'm actually gonna go with Cody Durden as well. He is the moderate underdog, but like Max said, I mean, if you can get it to the ground, I mean, I don't know, but Costa has been knocked out before, and Cody does have some hands. He has like 6 knockouts. So I mean, I think this is a good stylistic matchup for Cody, to be honest. So, but I think I'm gonna go Cody Durden by decision. I'm gonna go Cody Durden by decision, but we could see something crazy. First fight of the night, USA. It's good. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, Noah, give me something.
Like Connor started us off, it's Costa's second short notice fight in a month span, so it may be it's a really fast turnaround for him. He does have 3 tough losses in the UFC: Korea, Albazi, Usyk, and like everyone's said here, Cody Durden's a veteran of the game. Cody has not looked the greatest in his last few fights. Is coming off that win over Philo, and it's just a submission threat of Costa that worries me. If it does get to the ground, I feel like Costa gets into the ground, and I mean, I think if it gets to the ground, Costa gets a sub. But I hate to ruin the train here.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, man.
Pick against them. It's okay. I'm not gonna be mad. I promise. We're trying to give people picks. We're trying to win people money on here. So you guys give your predictions. That's why we're doing this. We're being legitimate for you guys so you can win some money.
I was on the fence about this fight to start, but I love the energy Max is bringing, and I love the energy with Mason to follow. I'm going to ride the Cody Durden train as well. I'm going to disagree with you, Noah. I don't think there's a submission threat from Costa. He does have 6 career submission wins, but he doesn't have any in the UFC. And five of his 6 career submission wins are arm bars, and the last one was in 2019. So 7 years without a sub is a pretty long time. And Cody Durden, yeah, he's been subbed 4 times in the UFC, but they're all pretty good people to get subbed by. And coming off a great decision win against another submission artist like Rafael Filho, who had 17 career submission wins, I really like Cody Durden's wrestling here. I think he's going to be able to gas out Costa, who just fought his short notice fight a month ago. I think it's going to be too much for Costa in such short time. So give me Cody Durden by a round 3 submission of his own or a decision here. I think a late finish by Cody Durden is in the cards.
Let's go.
But with that being said, my boy Max said this next fight, he has another biased pick in the Ryan Gandra and Zach Reese middleweight bout. Max, who are we biased for this time around?
Dude, I mean, we're just going to stick with the Americans, man. You already know what's going on. I got love for all my homies in Brazil, though. We got a lot of Brazilian friends here, so I'm not going to talk bad about Brazil. They got the nicest people in the world, but there's no way I'm picking against a guy that is a channel affiliate on America's 250th birthday weekend. Because right now we're recording this thing on July 4th weekend. No chance I'm picking against an American again. That's my friend. We're going with Zach Reese. I think he's hungry to get back out there, man. You guys saw his last fight. It was so entertaining. It was so fun. He got hit a lot, so I think the defense has got to be cleaned up a little bit here, or else we could be in trouble, especially early. But give me Zach Reese to grind this thing out. You got back-to-back dudes here that I'm cool with. And the later this goes, I think the more it favors them. They're two guys that are going to get in there. They're going to grind it out. They're going to put it all on the line. There's no quit in either of these two dudes. If they're going to quit, it's going to be because they put their or they got their lights put out or they got submitted. But I think Zach Reese is going to give us another American W to start this thing off this weekend for UFC 329. What a freaking card, man. Let's go.
I love the pick, dude. Yeah, Zach Reese, great pick. Mason, who are you picking in this banger?
Yeah, I like what Matt said about Zach Reese cleaning up his defense, which he's going to need to because Gandra is an absolute killer. He is a finisher of the highest order. But I am going to go with the Brazilian in this one. I think Gandra has a lot of power. And, you know, I've said on this channel once, maybe twice, maybe even 3 times. I think Gandra's going to get him with the power, get him to the ground, and get the sub. So give me Ryan Gandra by submission.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow, that's a really bold pick there. Yeah, I really don't understand the odds on this fight. I mean, Zach Reese is a really kind of a proven fighter already in the UFC.
Yeah.
I mean, 4-3 in the UFC, not the best record, but you know, he has had some banger fights. His last fight was incredible with Michel Pereira, like Max and you guys brought up. Did get hit a lot. Should have got the nod, kind of got robbed on the split decision there. But yeah, Ryan Gandra, man, I mean, Dana White Contender Series graduate, fought Jose Medina in his UFC debut and KO'd him in 40 seconds, which is a guy you're supposed to KO in 40 seconds. So I'm not really sold on Ryan Gandra yet. And I just think Zach Reese has a lot more tools in his bag. I think he's got a lot better wrestling, and I think his striking is a lot better. And I think he can make this fight dirty and gritty and take it to waters where Ryan Gandra really maybe hasn't been before because he's only, 9-1. That one loss was a DQ or no, excuse me, was a KO loss as well. So I think Zach Reese is going to find that chin of Gandra and expose it. And give me Zach Reese here by a round 2 KO.
Oh,
Gandra, he's on a 5-fight finish streak, 3 of them in a row by round 1, but we have not seen him go deep into fights. If this starts to go deep, this is definitely going to be Zach Reese's fight. I'm just worried about the chin early because he keeps his hands down very low. If Zach Reese utilizes his wrestling early and his grappling advantage against Gandra, I think he can get the job done by decision or maybe a late sub. But it's going to be all about if he can keep his hands up early in the fight. I do think Gandra is going to come out very fast. He always does. And he's got a lot of power. So I do think Gandra gets a round 1 KO. But if it goes to round 2, once it goes to round 2, don't be afraid to throw some live money on Zach Reese, even if he's getting his ass beat. Because I think Gandra will start to gas out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying too. Like Zach Reese can take a beating, man. Like we saw in his last fight. But yeah, Ryan Gandra hasn't really been tested, and this is a great test for him. And I just think he's kind of finding his hands a little too late. Like his last 4 fights, 4 KOs out of his 9 career wins or his last 4 fights. So I mean, I don't know. Zach Reese has kind of had the tools in his bag for a while, and I think he just gets it done pretty easily. But getting into our next fight would have been Farid Basharat versus Ethan Ewing, but Ethan Ewing had to pull out. Unfortunately, hurts to see this still on my screen. But Basharat's still looking to get on the card. He does not have an opponent at the time of this recording, so I'm sorry if he does get an opponent and we're not able to break it down. Sorry, guys. But after that banger, which would have been a banger, we have Damian Pinas taking on Cesar Almeida in another middleweight bout. Our first non-biased fight here of the card. Max, I'm excited to hear your first non-biased pick.
Yeah, man, this is a fun one right here, and it's really funny too. You look at Pinas's record; he's 9-1. He's 24 years old. I hate breaking down dudes that are younger than me. It makes me feel like an unk. So Jesus Christ, man. And then you got Cesar Almeida, who is 7-2, and he's 38. How does that make sense, bro? Like that's crazy. That doesn't even make sense to me, but I'm going to rock with the young gun here. He's already calling for Izzy, man. I think he's got something to prove. I think the UFC put him on this card for a reason. They want to stack dudes. They want to build dudes' names. Last time Conor fought, Sugar Sean O'Malley was the main card opener, and you guys see the superstar that he's become. I think we can't really make those comparisons right here, but I'm just saying they're trying to build guys that they believe in on these types of cards because they know there's going to be a lot of people tuning in. And I think that's why you do have the 24-year-old Pinas taking on Cesar Almeida. I think he's going to come out there and get a knockout, man. But Almeida's very good on the feet, too, though. Like, this fight is probably going to be a lot closer than what people think. So if you're on the Almeida side, I'm not going to hate on you for that, but I think the 24-year-old's ready to go out there and make a huge statement.
I love it. I love it. Mason, you seem pretty fired up there.
Oh, yeah. I am
got for
so
this fight?
fired up. I've been waiting for Baba Yaga to get back in the octagon. As we saw his last fight, he obliterated Wes Schultz's chin. That was insane. Before when we did the preview for that fight, I even said I'm high on Pinas, and I mean he's gonna win by knockout. Give me Pinas by round 2 knockout, late round 2. I think Almeida will be able to, withstand the fire in the first round, but Pinas is just so good, and he's a young gun, so I'm gonna go with Pinas on this one.
Wow. All right. Noah, what do you got for this fight?
Yeah, Pinas has crazy power. 4-fight round 1 KO streak. Only been to round 2 twice in his career. Like everyone said, 24 years old, so he has the 14-year age advantage. But this is a good matchup for him because Cesar Almeida he's no slouch, and he's comes from a kickboxing background. 1-2 in kickboxing fights versus Alex Pereira. He hasn't been KO'd in the UFC yet. Has a split with Roman Kopylov, which is looking better because Kopylov's been hot lately. So I don't think it's going to be a round 1 finish, but I definitely think Pinas is going to get a KO here. It's going to be probably early round 2. Pinas by KO.
And I'm gonna break the Pinas train here. I'm gonna take Cesar Almeida to win this fight. I think this is a standing fight for sure. I don't see Pinas going to the ground at all or using grappling, and I think that's where Cesar Almeida thrives, and he has a significant amount of more experience than Pinas on the feet. Yes, he has been knocked down twice in the UFC by Abdul Razak Khalissan, but then he had the freaking highlight KO of the year right after that. And then got knocked down by Roman Kopylov as well. Still managed to splurt out a split decision for that. But he only loses by control time. He turns kickboxers into grapplers, and I just don't think Damian Pinas' IQ is going to be high enough to just go to the grappling. And honestly, I see Cesar Almeida kind of putting out Pinas' lights here early. I think I'm going to take I'm sensing an upset again here. My spidey sense is tingling from this upset. I'm going to take a Cesar Almeida round 1 KO to start. That is all 3 underdogs that I've picked so far.
Wow.
Not going to be a good look for me when this airs.
Wow.
I love it. I told you guys, though. I told you, if you're on the Almeida side, I cannot hate on it. But this is one of the reasons why we're going to this event, guys. I mean, I'm not joking. I'm not even going to tell you guys how much money I had to spend. But, like, every single one of these fights matter. Every single one of them matter. That's one of the main reasons we're going. We do have UFC cards sometimes, and there's fights on the prelims. They do not matter for the division at all. Every single fight from the time this freaking card starts on Saturday matters. So that's what I'm excited for.
100% agree.
Yeah, no. And I'm excited to talk about this one because Max had some words before we hopped up right into the recording. Had some pretty harsh words for our girl Wang Kong here. Tracy Cortez and Wang Kong taking on each other. Our first ranked matchup of the night. Number 8, Tracy. Number 10, Wang. Max, you got some strong feelings about this fight. Why don't you share them?
Yeah, man. Once again, I don't know if I'm just feeling that American fever right now, but I'm not. I don't care how big Kong Wang's Wang is in this one, man. Tracy Cortez is going to get this one done. I don't care, man. And I got all the love in the world for my Asian homies. So I love you guys, but I'm not picking against Tracy Cortez, man. She needs to get back on track here. He gets a lot of crap a lot of times for, maybe not being focused, maybe not training hard, but hey, man, she's got that Mexican blood in her, guys. I know she's got that USA flag by her name, but she's got that Mexican blood in her. I think she's going to grind this one out. Kong Wang, all jokes aside, is a very, very game UFC fighter. She is very talented. So it is a very tough fight for Tracy Cortez, but I think she's going to come out and get a win here. Aaron Blanchfield's really good. I think she just lost to a better girl that night last year in MSG. But yeah, I'm rocking with Tracy Cortez, man. I'm a fan of her, and I think she's good for the sport. And like I said, Wang isn't going to be big enough, baby. Let's go, Tracy Cortez. Come on.
I love it, Max. Great call out. Great. I love the American spirit, dude. Yeah, 4th of July last night. We're feeling it. Mason, are you feeling some American spirit, or is the China invasion happening?
That's wild. Yeah, this one's a tough pick for me because I mean the odds are pretty near even. I don't really know, who I wanted to go with before, but I think I'm gonna go with the American spirit here. Give me Alex Pereira's ex-girlfriend Tracy Cortez by decision.
Chama.
Shama, baby. All right, no, are we keeping the Tracy Cortez train going?
We're choo choo. Tracy Cortez. Two UFC losses are Erin Blanchfield and Rose Namajunas. She's coming off a sub loss, which it was like it's her first career UFC finish loss by finish. I think she has a tougher win in the UFC too. She has a win over Jasmine Jasudavez.
Yeah.
Wang Kong hasn't really fought up to, this is definitely her toughest test in the UFC so far. And we've seen her lose against a tough test in Gabriela Fernandez. So I mean Tracy Cortez is gonna attack the disadvantage that Wang Kong has, and that's her grappling game. We know how good she is on her feet. She's a very good kickboxer. I mean, she has a win over Valentina in kickboxing, so we know how good her kickboxing is. But I feel like Tracy Cortez is just going to take advantage and get this fight to the ground, and it's going to gas out Wang Kong. Look for a late sub from Tracy Cortez, round 3 submission. I'm thinking.
Ooh, man. I'm gonna be the outlier here again, guys. I'm sorry, this train is stopped at the Connor station. I think Wang Kong really showed a lot in her last fight against Eduarda Mora. She missed, or Eduarda Mora missed weight as well, but the way Kong was able to defend the takedowns. Yeah, when she does get taken down, like she's not good down there, but like she's good at defending the takedowns. But once she is taken down, the fight's gonna stay there the rest of the round. But I honestly like watching her tape back. Like I kind of compare her to Manel Kape. Like her hand speed is just so ridiculously fast. They both fight at the same weight. Both kind of just have a good takedown defense, but then struggle when you take them down to the ground. Obviously, we know Tracy Cortez is just going to want to wrestle, and then wrestle some more after that. And then maybe have some wrestling for dessert after that. And then, but I don't know, dude. I think Wang Kong has leveled up her grappling a lot, and I think she's gonna KO Tracy Cortez here. I think Wang Kong gets it done here, dude. I think she's gonna get her 3rd career KO. I think it's gonna be Tracy's first career knockout loss. I just see this is a great, like Max said, this is an important card. Every fight matters. Number 8 versus number 10 here. Tracy's had her shot at the top 2, two of the top guys or top girls, failed miserably both times. And, here's Wang Kong's chance. And I think Wang Kong is gonna shine in this spotlight. But that's the early prelims. Getting into our regular prelims. Very exciting stuff to kick us off on the regular prelims. We have Cage Warriors prospect and 2-0 UFC prospect Luke Riley taking on Kai Kamaka in our featherweight division. Kai Kamaka's 2nd stint in the UFC, 1-0 to start. Max, who do you got in this fight?
I'm going with Luke Riley, lad. I'm going with Luke Riley. Hey, there's 3 English lads on this card, and I'm like, I can't even describe to you guys. Like, I don't know if it's because I had an English roommate or not, but I really am a fan of the English fighters. They are so good for the sport. I know Luke doesn't really like run his mouth as much as like some of the other guys we've seen in the past from England, but once again, this is another opportunity. They already gave him a co-main event slot earlier this year. He didn't get the knockout against Aswell, as I think a lot of people were expecting, but I think people are starting to figure out that Aswell's a pretty tough dude. He just had his fight a month ago. Could have went his way. I personally thought he won that fight 2-1, but the judges, if you don't want it to get to the judges, you got to do something about it before those 15 minutes are up. You know what I mean? But Luke Riley is very, very talented. Kai Kamaka, good opportunity for him to share the card with a fellow Hawaiian and Max Holloway. But yeah, I think this is Luke Riley's time. Once again, put on this card for a reason. The UFC definitely want to boost his name. They already gave him a co-main event fight, like I said earlier, just a minute ago. So I think it's Luke Riley's time to shine, and I think he's a lock. I don't see Luke Riley losing this card. So, Kai, if you go out there and get it done, man, credit to you, man.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna be there on Saturday. The English fans are gonna be crazy there. They got three fighters on there. We were at 324, and all the fans were crazy for Paddy. I don't even want to know what it's gonna be like this weekend for International Fight Week.
I mean, dude, we got England and Irish fans are going to be there. I'm sure the Americans are going to show out too. I mean, we got an American almost like every single fight. Yeah, I think there's 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 fights without Americans in it. So you're going to have a lot of Americans, a lot of Irish, a lot of English fans there. It's going to be a hell of an atmosphere.
It's going to be loud.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
Dude. And John Jones is going to be there too.
Yeah.
John Jones is going to make the walk. He's going to make the walk to the octagon. John Jones. He's not going to get in it, but he's going to make the walk.
That is true. We'll have to get to Gable here in a minute. That's an exciting one too. But like I said, guys, from the rest of the card up, especially till you get to like the main card, anybody that we break down, there's at least one guy that's in the fight to build their name to help boost their stardom because they are a prospect that they want to boost to stardom one day. And that's Luke Riley in this fight. 100%.
I love it. Yep. All right. Noah, what do you got in this fight, Noah?
Yeah, like Connor said, Kamaka making his second stint in the UFC, coming off that split decision win over Dakota Hope earlier this year. He's on a 2-fight win streak now, but that could be 5 fights. Did have a split decision with Diego Brando 3 fights ago. And he's been all around since he left the UFC the first time, fighting in PFL and Bellator. But like Max said, this is a huge spot for Luke Riley this weekend, and he's looked good in the UFC so far. He starts fights slow, but then he picks it up, and then he gets into a little flow state. And when he starts to feel uncomfortable, drops his hand a little bit, just gets comfortable, starts throwing. I feel like that's what's going to happen here. I see Luke Riley getting either a late round 2 or early round 3 KO over Kamaka. And we've seen Kamaka get KO'd before. He's been KO'd twice.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Mason, who do you got in this fight?
All right. Kai Kamaka's last fight was a banger. That was 3 months ago or something. Against Dakota Hope, I'm pretty sure. But dude, Luke Riley, I like what Noah said about his flow state. I think that Luke Riley could, if this fight goes any longer, I think the flow state's gonna kick in. And as much as I want to pick Kai Kamaka, I gotta go with Luke Riley. He's a Scouser. And I'm gonna go Luke Riley by decision, unanimous decision. But watch those Kai Kamaka leg kicks. I will say that. Watch those leg kicks. Maybe he'll slow down Luke Riley a little bit, but I think Luke Riley's gonna edge him out in this one.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna break the train, I promise. Luke Riley is the pick here. I'm sorry, guys. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But Kai, don't count out Kai Kamaka, man. He keeps fights really, really, really close. Yes. 4 split decision losses out of his 7 career losses. and his striking numbers are almost dead even in every fight that he's had in the UFC. His UFC debut, 114 to 114. Second fight, 51 to 47. His next fight after that was 82 to 61. Got a little outstriked there, but then after that, 48-41. And then his last fight, 105 to 106. So just dead even, minus 19 differential the entire time. He's going to get his ass beat here for 15 minutes probably, but don't be surprised if Kamaka wins a round in rounds 1 or 2 and makes you sweat out that Luke Riley leg in your parlay for that round 3. But yeah, I love Luke Riley. Just a great pure striker. Does struggle a little bit with the takedowns, as we've seen it get with Bogdan Grad, and Michael Aswell took him down pretty easily as well. And Michael Aswell not known for that. So, but yeah, give me Luke Riley here. I think it's done by decision. I think it's going to be a 29-28. I think it's going to be a pretty close fight here, but it should be a lot of fun. A lot of heavy shots are going to land. But getting into our next fight, we have a bantamweight bout here between Cody Garbrandt and Adrian Yanez. Two vets here going at it. Max, who you got in this fight?
Well, we're back on the bias train here. I gotta rock my guy Adrian. This fight's very interesting though. These guys are coming off fights that were very, very controversial, both of them. You know, you got Adrian who fought Ricky Simone in Seattle. That was a draw. Even unbiased Max, this guy that you're not talking to right now, because this is biased Max. Even unbiased Max thinks that Adrian Yanez won that fight in Seattle. So that was very interesting to see that all play out. And then Cody Garbrandt, I mean, he won his last fight. He fought at T-Mobile on the Max and Charles card a few months ago. But if he didn't get kicked in the nuts a million times in that fight, he wouldn't have got the win. He was getting absolutely smoked in that fight. And I love Cody Garbrandt. He's one of the guys, like I said, I didn't really watch the UFC a whole lot before COVID. If Cody Garbrandt was fighting, I was going to watch. I was there whenever he fought Dominic Cruz and put on maybe the best championship performance of all time right there. I saw that. But in this fight, you know, I'm against him. He doesn't get kicked in the nuts. You know, I'm sure that dude's ball sack is still purple from March. So with the guy that doesn't have a purple ball sack and is my friend, we're going to go with Adrian Yanez. If Cody opens up, I think Adrian's going to smoke him and knock him out. But we'll see how defensive and how conservative Cody Garbrandt is. If he opens up and brings in that old Cody mentality where he's just going to swing for the fence, Adrian's going to catch him. He's too quick for him.
100%. I agree. 100%. I think Cody's going to play passive. Like, you know, he kind of just is a passive fighter. Throughout his career, he has averaged a total of 28.8 significant strikes per fight. Per fight. Mm-hmm. That is ridiculously low for someone who's regarded as one of or who's as regarded as high as he is. I think Cody Garbrandt is severely overrated. And I think the odds are right here to put Adrian Yanez as a 4-1 favorite. But me and Noah were talking about this earlier, and he thinks that the odds makers are a little crazy that Cody Garbrandt's a 3-1 underdog and doesn't think Cody Garbrandt should be that big of an underdog. So Noah, let's hear that. Let me hear why.
Yeah, I do think Jan wins for sure. Both of them don't have. Like, Garbrandt's best win is definitely the Dominic Cruz fight, as everyone knows. Like, one of the best performances we've ever seen in a championship fight. Yeah. But both of them really don't have great wins in their career. Like, either of them. I mean, Yanez should have had the win in Seattle, and that Ricky Simon win would have been probably his best win on his resume. But they called it a draw. And, I mean, like Max said, both of them coming off controversial fights. Cody did not win that. I mean, he won the fight because he got kicked in the nuts. That's the only reason why he won that fight. He was getting pieced up the whole entire fight. And he only had one, the one time that he, came at it was when he got off the stool after getting kicked in the nuts and he just ran right at Long Zhao. But I don't know. I like what Max said. If Cody does, start throwing for the fences, I do see Jan's knocking him out. I just see Cody being passive and Jan just piecing him up pretty much the whole fight and it just being a decision.
Yeah. All right. Mason, what do you got?
Oh,
Oh.
I'm going with Cody Garbrandt in this one. Give me Cody Garbrandt. You know, I had to hit the shuffle with them, or I had to hit the shuffle. Give me Cody Garbrandt by knockout. He's gonna catch Yanez, and I just see it happening. I always gotta have one. I always gotta have one big underdog on the card. You know, it was Kevin Borjas, whatever it was, the last fight card or 2 fight cards ago, and mine's Cody Garbrandt now, and he's gonna win. He's gonna win. I've been thinking about it for a while, and give me Cody Garbrandt.
Oh my God! And he just because it's Cody Garbrandt.
It just because.
Just
I just got a
because.
feeling. I got a feeling.
I absolutely love that, Mason. Oh my gosh.
Mason, are you gonna cross on your face for Saturday night just so because he's your golden goose? I'm assuming. Are we gonna get a cross on your eye for Saturday night for this?
You know, I should have done that before. I should have done it before we even started.
Well, that would have ruined the surprise. Then we wouldn't have been able to see the magic
True.
shots.
You should just want like an eye patch and then just take it off the eye patch right into your went to pick for him.
That would have been the
Man, you
one.
could have opportunity. We'll just edit this all out and we'll refilm that whole part. Everyone act surprised again.
Okay.
Oh man.
But
Gotta
yeah,
find
I'm gonna hop off. Not gonna hop on the Cody Garbrandt train. We're gonna hop on the Yanez train. Love Adrian Yanez. Phenomenal striker. Hasn't had a lot of good wins, yeah. But honestly, I think I'm gonna go against you two. I think he did lose the fight against Ricky Simone.
Me too.
I thought a 10-8 there in that third round was pretty generous. He was getting pretty fucked up in those first 2 rounds. But that has nothing to do with what's going to happen in this fight because Cody Garbrandt possesses no takedown threat and really no striking threat at all. He's only had 4 fights in his career that he's had 30 or more significant strikes, and 2 of those were 5-round fights. So I don't see Yanez being slowed down by any means, but I also just don't see Yanez knocking out Garbrandt. So I think he's just going to piece him up over 3 rounds. Maybe get a knockdown, but it's not going to be like a brutal knockdown. So, yeah, give me Yanez by unanimous decision here.
I like it.
Let's go.
Getting into our next bout, a very highly anticipated UFC debut. Gable Steveson making his UFC debut against Ellison. I think that's how you say that. Alicia Ellison in our heavyweight division. Noah, I'm gonna let you go first. You're a big wrestling nut here. What do you? I know you're a little excited, not kind of excited for this, but kind of excited.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Gable fan. I don't like Gable that much. I'm probably gonna start liking him now that he's in the UFC. I was not a huge fan of him when he was in wrestling at all. I actually hated him. Just like Bo Nickel, did not like him at all when he was in college wrestling, but starting to like him now that he's a UFC fighter. I feel like the UFC is just setting him up pretty well in this fight. I thought that he was gonna get a way bigger name than this to start his career. I mean, he's had 4 fights so far. He's still very, very, very young in his career. Hasn't fought more than 6 minutes in the octagon yet. Olympic gold medalist, 2-time NCAA champ, could have been 3 times, but Wyatt Hendrickson is the great American hero. I just see that this is a perfect setup fight for Gable. He's either going to knock him out on his feet or he's going to get the fight to the ground and get to ground and pound, and it's going to be an early round 1 finish. And Gable's going to be a problem, dude. I mean, he's going to be a problem for the whole weight class. He's still very, very young, and he's just going to keep getting better and better. He's going to be in the top 5 by the end of 2027. Maybe even before that.
Yeah, I mean, his accolades, I mean, speak for themselves. I mean, 5-time All-American, 2-time national champ, 70-match win streak, 103-3 at Minnesota. Like, just absolutely absurd accolades that he's had for wrestling. So, just very, very exciting times for the UFC. Max, how do you see this fight going?
You know, I see this fight going a very one way. There's only one way this is gonna go. You guys remember whenever Miley Cyrus dropped that song "Wrecking Ball" and she swings on that wrecking ball, that's what Gable Stevenson's going to do on Saturday night. He's just going to be a fucking wrecking ball, and he's going to go absolutely through Ellison. This fight is not going to be close. If you want to win money, or if you need to add an extra leg to your parlay to pay for your McDonald's meal that you got an extra burger, an extra fry in, this is what you throw in right here, baby. We're going to go with Gable Steveson round 1. Like Noah said, he's just going to get on that wrecking ball and swing on it, baby. This fight's going to be over quick. Don't get up.
Yeah.
Don't go take a shit here in this one. Make sure you're sitting down for it. Let's go.
Under half a round, probably.
Yeah, I think under half a round. And I'm obviously, I mean, he's really good. And I completely agree with Noah. This dude's going to be an absolute problem. We're making the heavyweight division great again. It's already become so awesome this year. But yeah, he's from JW, man. Jackson Wink is one of the best gyms in the country. You got Hokett, you got Steve Garcia, you got John Jones, you got Holly Holm. I mean, the list goes on and on. So if you're at JW every day, you're getting that work in. You got Coach Greg Jackson and Wink. You're going to be special. So this kid's got a bright future, man. I'm ready to see it.
Yeah. No doubt. And opening as a minus 2,400 favorite here on Novig. Unreal.
I think it's the biggest favorite. He's the biggest favorite in UFC history.
He might be. That might have passed Bo Nickel.
The biggest odds of all time, I'm pretty sure.
Do not put his money line in your parlay. Take him to win a round 1.
Round 1. Max said take him in round 1. Round 1 is the play here. Mason, what is the play in this fight? How is this fight going?
Yeah,
Mason's taking Alicia Ellison.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alicia Ellison on this one. I'm just kidding. Okay. No. Give me Gable Steveson. We will be seeing a backflip in the octagon tomorrow night. And I might. This might be a little bit of a hot take, but I'm gonna take Gable Steveson by submission in this one.
Ooh.
So, yeah, give me Gable Steveson. I mean, probably round 1. I could see it, but yeah, I'm just gonna go with Gable. It's by sub.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to it. Like Max said, don't get up, don't take a shit. I think Gable's going to get this done pretty early. He's just going to run forward, take him down, and land some nasty ground and pound elbows, and this fight will be over, like Noah said, under half a round. So if you can bet under half a round on this fight, I would highly recommend it, because that's all that's going to happen here.
I don't think he's going to wrestle. I think he's going to use a lot of his hands. I think he wants to stand up. Like, he does not want to use his wrestling threat. Like Bo kind of did early in his UFC careers. He wants to utilize his stand up to just work on his stand up a little bit. We know how good his wrestling is.
All right. I mean, yeah, we shall see. I mean, yeah.
I think something to look at here is like, this is very similar to Hokett's fight versus Derek Lewis. Like, Steveson can obviously just run straight at him and take him down. And Hokett probably should have done that against D. Lewis at the White House, but he didn't want to be boring. He wanted to have that highlight knockout. So I kind of agree with Noah right here. I think he's going to just try to get that moment. He's going to get that KO. I think he's obviously can submit it very quickly if he wanted to, though. So it'll be interesting to see what game plan he comes with, because Hokett wanted to stand and bang. So
Interesting. All right, I love it, guys. That's why we're bringing you the best breakdowns in the MMA community right here. That's why we have Max on today. That's why we got everybody here. Bam.
No.
Getting into our featured prelim of the card, Robert Whittaker making the jump up to 205. He won the Ultimate Fighter at 170, won the interim belt at 185, and then promoted to the undisputed champion. And now he's going to see what he can do here at 205, taking on Nikita Krylov. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Nikita Krylov in our light heavyweight division. Nikita Krylov is not ranked anymore, right? He got unranked, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's not ranked right now in the meta rankings.
Okay. Forgot to check that. But yes, he is not ranked anymore. Yeah, Max, how do you see Robert Whittaker's light heavyweight debut going?
Yeah, man, this is a fun one. Because for one, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. There's gonna be a knockout in this one. There's gonna be a knockout. Somebody's getting chinned. I seriously think somebody's getting chinned in this one. I'm going to pick Rob, though. I know he didn't necessarily look great against RDR last year. And, obviously RDR's, we've seen what's kind of happened to him lately.
I thought he
But
won that
hey,
fight.
I know, man.
I
Like,
thought he
that's what
won
I'm
too.
saying. You know what I mean? Like,
I thought he won it well, yeah.
I thought he got
got
robbed bad that fight.
pretty bad.
Same.
Rob got robbed.
That's him, man.
Rob got robbed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we're gonna see Krylov maybe crying on Saturday night. I think somebody's gonna get chin though. Krylov's chin is obviously very suspect. Whittaker's moving up an extra 20 pounds here, so we'll see what he's about. I think it's exciting though. Sometimes whenever you've achieved things to the highest, like Robert Whittaker has in his career, it's his third new division. So sometimes you need something new in life to motivate you, and I think we're gonna get a very motivated Robert Whittaker on Saturday night. I know he's been on the commentary booth a lot, maybe not training as much as he used to, but I think he's locked in, focused, and ready to go. Krylov's a game opponent. He's going to go out on his shield. So I think this is a fun one for the feature prelim. I'm glad it's where it is on the card.
Yeah, no, I'm glad they took it or they put it on the prelims. I was worried it was going to be on the main card, but yeah, that's a good like featured prelim fight. Yeah. Mason, how's Robert Whittaker's light heavyweight debut going to go for him?
Yeah, as soon as they announced this fight, I was so excited to see Robert Whittaker get back in the cage, and at a new home. I'm gonna agree with Max here. I totally can see somebody getting knocked out. I don't really like the fact that I don't like the fact that Whittaker's moving up to light heavyweight. I love the move for him, but I don't know. It worries me a little bit. But I mean, I think Bobby Knuckles can get it done. He is called Bobby Knuckles for a reason, so. Give me Robert Whittaker by KO.
Oh, okay. I love it. I love it. Noah, how's Robert Whittaker's light heavyweight debut gonna shape out for him?
Robert Whittaker's smart. A lot of these guys that have been moving up lately have been like moving up and then fighting like 4 or 5 months in like right after they move up. Robert Whittaker has taken a year off to go up to light heavyweight. So he's been building muscle and everything. I feel like this is a smart move up for him because he wasn't really his trajectory wasn't really doing much at 185, and 205 is a wide open division right now. Two fight losing skid. I do not think he lost that fight to RDR, but he did get messed up by Hamzat pretty bad. Krylov coming off that buzzer beater round 3 KO over Modestas Bukakis at 324. Before that, he was on a 2-fight KO skid, losing to Goose and Reyes in round 1. So he is very, very chinny. We haven't seen Robert Whittaker have a lot of finishes lately. He's got 1 KO since 2017, and that's was the Alaskarov in 2024. But I could see him getting it done here. I mean, it's gonna be either a really early KO round 1 for Robert Whittaker, or the fight's gonna go the distance, and Whittaker's gonna get it done on the judges' scorecards, I believe.
Guys, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna break the train here.
Bravo.
Yes, Robert Whittaker probably will get this round 1 KO because Krylov's last 3 losses are all in the first round, and to people a lot worse than Robert Whittaker. But I just feel like Robert Whittaker is going to be severely undersized here, especially in this fight. Krylov's 3 inches taller, 4-inch reach advantage. I feel like, and Krylov's got a really sneaky submission game on the ground. 16 career wins by submission, 5 in the UFC by submission, 5 wins by KO. So he divvies it up pretty good. And honestly, like, he went the distance with Ankalaev. He went the distance with Glover Teixeira. His grappling holds up. I mean, obviously he got submitted by Paul Craig, but we won't count that for the sake of my argument here. But took Johnny Walker to decision, who's a known finisher, and took Volkan Ozdemir to decision as well via his grappling. And I think he's going to be able to do the same thing with Whittaker, man. I think he'll be able to stay out of range of the power of Whittaker, and he'll be able to get him up against the cage and just clinch his way to a decision win here. Possibly, I don't know. Whittaker's pretty good on the ground. The only person that's really ragdolled him on the ground is Hamzat. So I don't know if Krylov can submit him like Hamzat did, but if he does gonna get a submission, it'll probably be late. So either give me a round 3 submission for Krylov or Krylov by a 29-28 decision here. I think Robert Whittaker's debut at light heavyweight is going to get spoiled, unfortunately. But that was our prelims. We are now getting into our main card. I know Max is really, really hyped for this main card opener here. He's got his boy Terrence T-Rex McKinney. He's got the shirt on, repping the lightweight division here against King Green. Banger fight to start us off here, Max. How is this fight gonna go?
You guys already know what's going to happen, man. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Terrence is the most entertaining dude in the UFC. He does not give a fuck about his body. He is going in the octagon, not for himself, not for his family, but he's also going in the octagon for your guys' entertainment. This dude just loves fighting, man. I really can't stress that enough. There's a lot of, people out there that are maybe like fake in front of the camera. They're not really necessarily who they portray themselves to be whenever the TV's on. But this dude, man, I'm telling you guys right now, one of the most humble human beings I've ever been around, one of the most kindest hearts I've ever been around. And, I'm just so excited for this dude because he deserves this moment. He is busted his ass for the UFC. He still has never got a bonus somehow. That's absolutely crazy.
Insane.
I know they've compensated him pretty well, though, even though he's never got the bonus. But the dude has been a true man of the company, and he's always put on a fight for the fans, whether, he was on the bad side of things or he's had his hand raised victorious. And I just can't wait to watch one of my best friends get in there on Saturday night. He deserves this moment. There's not too many human beings out there that, sometimes maybe get what they deserve, but he deserves this moment, man. And I can't wait to go in there. And this is my main event. I know y'all are excited for Conor and Max, but this is my main event right here, baby. Give me Terrence T-Rex McKinney. Round 1 submission. There's your little. He's going to submit. Hey, you guys saw what Paddy did to King Green. I know King Green is a threat. He's got a good ground game as well. But I think Terrence is going to come out. He's going to fill him out on the feet, probably. He might hit him with some good stuff. We'll see if Bobby keeps his hands low or not. I'm going to be very interested to see if Bobby's going to have those hands at his waist like he normally does whenever you have a forward pressure fighter in front of you like Terrence McKinney. So there's a lot of knowns in this fight, and it makes it really exciting. But I think Terrence is so much better than him on the ground. I think he's going to expose him. A lot of people that are just getting in the UFC, you guys see Terrence slumping people, knocking people out in 1 minute.
He's got a tricky
background, wrestling, baby. His background's all wrestling. I think he's going to show that on Saturday night. I think he's going to squeeze Bobby Green's head off like a fucking zit, baby. Let's go. T-Rex, 1 sub. Let's go.
He's going to squeeze his head off like a zit. I love it, bro. I absolutely love it. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, submission is crazy. I think there's just too much power in his hands. He's just going to KO him the first punch he throws like he did on Kyle Nelson, honestly, with how chinny King Green's been lately. But Mason, who you got in this fight to kick us off in the main card here?
Yeah, Max, I like what you said about like how genuine he is, because at 324, me and Noah were like by the walkouts, and Terrence McKinney was just walking up and down the aisle, like in the middle. He took a photo with, I think, literally every person in the aisle. Like, he was taking photos with everybody. Seems like a real genuine guy. I'm so excited for this fight. I've been excited for this fight since it got announced, and I'm like very up in the air about this one. Terrence McKinney is just so explosive. And he's a little bit lankier than King Green. They're the same height, but Terrence McKinney he's just really lanky, and I don't know. It's a tough fight. King Green has been pretty chinny. But I'm going to go with my gut. Give me King Green here by KO.
What?
Wow. Yeah. My heart.
Oh, man.
Sorry. But
that's the most heartbreaking one in the video, I think. Man. Ouch.
I gotta cry. I gotta go cry real quick. I'll be back there.
But I will say one thing though. I'll be happy with whoever wins this fight. If Terrence wins, I'll be jumping for joy. If King Green wins, I'll be jumping for joy. I respect for both these guys, and yeah, I'm excited for a good fight. I'm just excited for a good fight.
All right. Noah, how is our main card going to start?
Guys, there's a reason why this got put onto the main card. Cable was supposed to be the main card opener, but then they switched it for this one, and I have it written down and circled. It's violence. Violence. This fight is going to be very violent.
Yes. I love
King Green, 3-fight winning streak, 2 of them in a row being by finish over Jeremy Stephens and Zell Huber. I mean, he's had a tough road his last six losses to Mauricio Rufy, Paddy, Jalen Turner, Drew Dober, Islam, Fiziev. So he's been fighting like the best of the best. But like Max said, he keeps his hands down, and against Terrence McKinney, if he keeps his hands down, it's not a good idea. Terrence has never seen the final bell. 23 fights that finish in round 1 out of 26 fights. 8 round 1 fights in a row. Coming off that 24-second knockout of Kyle Nelson, if King Green keeps his hands down, I expect Terrence McKinney to hit him with the nastiest head kick that you will see and finish the job on Saturday night. It's either gonna. I do think it's gonna be. It could go either way. It could go either way. Green's been looking good. I'm a huge King Green fan because it was the first UFC fighter I ever met in person. But I don't like the way that he keeps his hands down, and I think Terrence has a sneaky head kick.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm riding the Terrence McKinney train, dude. I can't believe the odds are this close. He's minus 155. King Green's plus 135. I think that's incredibly disrespectful to Terrence. I mean, 8-5 in the UFC, so 13 UFC fights, and he has a total fight time of 29 minutes and 28 seconds. That's not even enough for 2 full fights there. Like that's an average of 2 minutes and 26 seconds per fight for Terrence McKinney. Unheard of. Unheard of. He is a little chinny, I will say, though. 5 career losses by knockout, 3 in the UFC. Obviously, like you guys, everyone knows, never seen the final bell, so all of his losses are by finish. But man, he is a killer because all of his wins are by finish as well. So give me Terrence McKinney to just chop off the head of King Green with a spinning wheel kick, like Noah said. King Green's wins are just very fraudulent. Like Jeremy Stephens, old Jeremy Stephens, fraudulent Daniel Zellhuber, Lance Gibson on 3 days' notice. Jim Miller, that was a banger fight, actually. That was a great fight at UFC 300. Yeah. But it's Jim Miller in 2024. I mean, KO'd Grant Dawson in the first round, but that's how Grant Dawson's lost all those fights. And then he, subbed to Tony Ferguson in 2023. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not as good as resume as I thought King Green had. So give me Terrence. He's in this spot for a reason. He's going to win this fight. He's going to get a big ranking matchup after this pretty soon because he's going to do this fight really quickly. So we're going to see Terrence McKinney in the rankings by the end of the year. Guaranteed he'll be in the rankings, top 10 by the end of the year. Don't blink during that fight.
I will say one. I will.
Oh, go ahead.
You go. It's all you.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I mean, I'm going to let you guys in on some insight here. Hey, Lee Alves is Mauricio Rufy's striking coach. That's the same striking coach Terrence McKinney has, too. So,
yeah,
we've prepared for the guy before. So, that could happen. I don't know. I'm just giving you all some insight here. They got the same striking coach. So, that could help on Saturday night. We'll see what happens.
King Green's definitely getting spinning wheel kicked again. Just exactly.
I don't know about
spinning.
I just think it's going to be a head kick. It's just going to be a nasty head kick.
He did say head kick. He did say head kick.
It's going to be ridiculous.
I will say one thing. I will be on the edge of my seat this whole fight. And if Terrence McKinney wins, I pray that he gets a bonus. Because I think no matter who wins, this fight could be fight of the night. Somebody could get a performance bonus. And if Terrence does, he needs it. He does. I mean,
I feel bad for Terrence.
He needs the money, UFC. Give him the fucking money, man. He's mortgage now. He just bought his crib, and it's not he needs the bonus. Give it to him. Come on.
I feel bad for him, King Green. When you look at the cards he's been on, Terrence is just always on these crazy good cards because he's always so entertaining, And this is another one. It's
going to be a tough one to get bonuses on this card, too.
Yes.
There's
There's
gonna be a lot of good,
of
crazy knockouts this weekend. I'm calling it.
crazy. Like,
I swear.
Paddy's guaranteed one if he gets a finish. Like, Gable's probably guaranteed one. I mean, the main event, if either guy gets a finish in the main event, that's probably a bonus for them. But our fight of the night is this next fight on the main card here. A flyweight bout. Number 4, Brandon Royval versus number 5, Lonnie Kavanagh. This is my fight of the night. I saw some weird looks. Okay, good. Yeah, that's right. This is my fight of the night. I think personally this is the best fight on the card. These guys are going to go out there and scrap. I am excited. But it's not about me right now. Max, how do you see this fight going?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun fight. I definitely think it's going to be on the feet. I don't know if it'll be the fight of the night, though. I'm not going to lie. I see Lon easily winning this. I'm going to be completely honest right here.
Oh,
easily? I know last year Royval put on one of the best fights of the year with Van on International Fight Week on this same card. But, man, he just got slumped by Cop. Cop's about to get his title shot after they run Pantoja and Van. So he's been in there with the dog of the dogs at 125. But I think Lon Kavanagh has just been a killer, man. Ever since he lost to Charles Johnson in China last year, the dude has been possessed. He's been a completely different fighter. I think he needed that loss to level up.
Yeah.
And I think Lon Kavanagh is going to knock Brandon Royval out. That is like, I know the odds are kind of tight. I know Lon's 2-1 right now. I love Raw Dog. I'm a Raw Dog fan, but I'm also a fan of Lon Kavanagh. I think he's going to knock him out.
Oh, ooh, dicey. Wow. All right, that's a bonus that's a performance bonus for sure if he gets that knockout. Mason, your fight of the night here, you said.
Yeah.
Mason knows ball here.
I did have a little thing to say about the last fight. I'm excited for King Green's custom fight shorts for this card. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh,
He is getting custom fight shorts. I'm excited. But
okay.
that's in the past. We're talking about Royval and Kavanagh. I think this could be a lot like Van versus Royval. I think this could be a very good fight that could possibly go to I think it could possibly go to decision. Yeah, Royval got obliterated his last fight. Kavanagh fought amazing against Brandon Moreno in Mexico. I think this could be a really good fight if Brandon Royval shows up, fights like how he has before. We've seen him fight really good. And I am gonna go with the underdog here. I'm gonna go Royval by decision. I think this is gonna be an absolute striker's delight. I'm super excited for this fight, and I think we could see a lot of damage in this fight possibly.
Yes, a lot of violence, lots of
Yes.
violence. Noah, how do you see this fight going for our top 5 flyweights?
It's a really good fight. I'm not gonna say it's the best fight on the card. Definitely a very high level fight though. Royval coming off a 2-fight skid. Van and Cop. So your two guys that are probably both of them. Van will be fighting for the title in his next fight. Cop will probably be fighting for the title his next fight. I mean, Brandon Royval is a great underdog. He always fights tough for the money, but I think he's on a downward spiral. And Lonnie Kavanagh, like Max said, he took that loss to Charles Johnson and it leveled him up. He looked great against Brandon Moreno. I don't think we've ever really seen Moreno get beat up that badly. Mixes his shots up really well, kicks to the legs, kick to the body, nice teeps. And he's got good power. I think this could be a banger fight. I think Royval can give him some struggles, but I think it's all Kavanagh here. And I don't know if he gets a KO. I do. If he does, it will be late. But I'm gonna go Kavanagh by decision, but a pretty dominant decision.
Ooh, a dominant decision? Dude, I am so freaking hyped for this fight. I'm gonna take Royval. I'm gonna go another underdog here. I think this is the easiest fight he's had in quite a while. I mean, he had to fight Pantoja for the belt, had a split with Marino, beat Tyra, fought Josh Van, and then fought Manel Kopp. I think Kavanagh's way overpriced here. Yeah, he had a good win against Marino, but before that, got KO'd by Charles Johnson, had a 29-28 against Dos Santos, and then had a 29-28 against Jose Ochoa. We just haven't really seen him go out there and dominate until his Marino fight. And honestly, it's just Brandon Marino just didn't look like his usual self in that fight. I think Brandon Marino is starting the down spiral of his career, but I think Brandon Royval is still. I think he's still there, man. That's a bad loss to Manel Kape, but that's just how Royval fights. He likes to go forward. So as long as Kavanagh can use those calf kicks like he was using against Marino, I think it's gonna stop Royval a little bit. But I don't know. I think the forward pressure from Royval is going to be too much for Kavanagh. And hopefully Royval uses his grappling in this fight. I don't know why he didn't use it against Josh Van. He had a huge grappling advantage in that fight and just didn't use any form of grappling whatsoever. But, freaking had a crazy fight with Kai Kara France. Both knocked each other down in the first 30 seconds. I could see that happening in this fight too. Almost got silly gilly by Matt Schnell and then reversed it and got his own silly gilly of his own. It's like he is a dog, like an underdog always, but like he always, like Noah said, fights really good for your money. And I think he's gonna win a lot of people some money on Saturday. And I think the dogs are gonna be barking. So give me Royval to bark and scare off Kavanagh out of the top 5 here. So give me Royval by. Ooh, I think he's going to sub him. I think he's going to submit Kavanagh. I think he's going to submit Kavanagh like a club and sub, or he's going to knock him down and just like rear naked choke him. But
bold take there, guy.
First fight we've been 2-2 on in the chat, so that just shows you how good this fight's going to be, guys.
This one and the next one are like the closest ones, and they're really good fights. The next fight is my fight of the night.
Yeah,
I know it is. Yeah, that's a good one.
This next one, I don't even want to talk about it, but we're gonna do it anyway.
It's like the highest IQ fight that we've seen in quite some time. Both guys are super smart.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all.
Oh, I think I said
Oh, I said I don't disagree with that at all. Yeah. Like I'm agreeing with you 100%.
Yeah, like this is a very high IQ fight.
And one we're talking about is number 4, Corey Sandhagen versus number 5, Mario Bautista in our bantamweight division. Noah, you're excited. This is your fight of the night. Take it away.
This is a fun one. This is the second time they're fighting. They fought before 2019, where Corey got a round 1 armbar. But Mario Bautista is a way better fighter than him since then, and is on a very, very hot streak right now. He took a bump against Umar. I think there are a lot of people that's taken a bump against Umar, though. He did drop him and got a deep submission. But Corey struggled with Umar too. The first time they fought, Corey Sandhagen was a minus 570 favorite going into that fight. It's minus 140 this weekend. That just goes to show how much better Mario Bautista has improved since then. We haven't seen Corey since October, coming off that loss to Merab, where he got dropped by Merab, and we don't usually see Merab drop people.
No.
He has really good UFC losses. TJ Dillashaw, Aljamain Sterling, Peter Yan, Umar, Merab. Same with Mario. Losses Corey and Umar. I mean, this fight's going the distance. I'm very confident on that. I think that it's going to be back and forth. It's going to be a super close fight, 29-28. And I'm like, keep going back and forth on who I want to win. I'm a huge Corey fan, and my heart is saying Corey wins this, but I think Mario gets it done. I think Mario is really hot right now, and I think he beats Corey as an underdog this weekend.
Wow. All right, I like it. That's an underdog pick right there. Max, who you got? Who you got here in this banger fight?
Yeah, I don't even like giving a pick on this fight because, like you guys have said, it's such a close fight. I agree with Noah, though. I don't think we're going to see a finish in this one. I think both guys are just way too technical. Both of them are way too defensively sound. I don't think anybody's gonna get their lights put out, or we're gonna see a submission like that happen in the first fight. Oh my God, man. Talk about two guys that are from two of the best camps, and not just this country, but I mean in the fucking
In the
world,
world.
man. Mario
Yeah,
Batista's at the
literally.
lab. Corey's out there with Trevor Whitman in Colorado. You guys, they just brought home the 155 belt. Like, bro, absolute killer gyms these two dudes are coming from. I don't like picking this fight. I really don't, but I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna pick Corey. I'm gonna pick Corey. Both these guys have lost to Umar, so there's been some similarities that we've seen between these guys. But I'm gonna go with Corey. He's fought at the higher level so far. This year so far, we've been seeing the Unks beat the newer gen, even though Mario's only a year younger than Corey. Hopefully this isn't the case in the opening fight on this main card, though. We need the YN to beat the OG. You know what I mean? But in this stand, we're gonna be rocking with the man that's fought for the title, and he's been in there with the best for a few years now, been in the top 5. So I'll go with Corey Sandhagen. But if you're wanting to put money down on this fight, I don't suggest doing that. If you're watching this video for betting purposes, I would not sprinkle any money on this. But if you want to just have, then yeah, definitely go to the distance. That's my pick for you right there. But we'll pick Corey.
All right, Corey by decision. All right, Mason, how do you see this fight going, brother?
I've been waiting for this fight since February 7th, 2026. Mario is finally getting the fight that, I mean, he's wanted. He's been wanting Corey again. I'm super excited. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but because Max and Noah already said it, two very technical guys. I don't know if I see a finish in this fight unless somebody, somehow gets a submission. I could see Mario getting a submission and Corey getting a knockout. I could see that happening, either of those. But it is going to go to decision, I think. And I'm going to go with Mario Bautista in this second fight. I think Mario is very, very good. He was on like an 8-fight win streak before he fought Umar, which he almost he hurt him and he almost got him in a toe lock, which was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
that would be crazy.
But dude, I really like Mario Bautista in this fight. It's definitely a hard fight to bet on, but I mean, if you want to sprinkle a little money on Mario, since I'm pretty sure he is the underdog, yeah,
he is the underdog.
I like Mario. I like Mario Bautista in this fight. Give me Mario by decision, but don't be surprised if he does get a submission or a Corey Sandhagen knockout. So.
Yeah, I'm on the same train pretty much. It's a hard fight to pick. Odds really reflect that. Both guys, like you guys have all been saying, I'm gonna beat the dead horse too. Very technical, very high IQ guys. Yeah, whip that fucking horse. Honestly, though, but like this is the one fight where I could see a draw. Like I actually like my actual prediction might just be a draw for this because of they're such high IQ. Like they know what the strengths are of their opponents, and they always utilize the opposite of their opponent's strengths.
Yes,
and I don't know what that is I don't know what each of their weaknesses is in this fight. They're both really sound on the feet. They're both really sound on the ground. They just kind of lose fights when they're fighting like grapplers first. Like obviously they both lost to Umar, and Mario Bautista got subbed by Corey in his debut and just got caught by Trevin Jones. But Mario's a good point fighter, and Corey's kind of turned into like a point fighter pretty much. And it's really tough. It's going to be a split decision fight or it's going to be a draw.
Yeah,
and
I like the split decision.
You could flip a coin, and that's who's going to win the fight. Because I have no idea, but I love my boy Corey Sandhagen, so I'm going to take my boy Corey Sandhagen here by split decision.
Yeah, these guys fight 10 times. They're probably splitting it 5-5. Like that's how close this fight is.
I agree with that.
Yes. Yeah. No, this is very. But that's why I also think it's going to be kind of boring and feel like a training partners fight. I don't see the excitement here. I just see they're going to not really want to touch each other, engage. If anything, it'll just be a lot of clinching on the cage. But I don't know. I hope it's exciting for your guys' sakes, but I just don't see a lot of excitement there.
Razor close.
Yeah. But there is a lot of excitement in our co-main event of the evening. We got Benoit Saint Denis, the number 5 ranked prospect in the meta rankings, taking on Paddy Pimblett, who's now number 9 in the new meta rankings here. In our co-main slot on the UFC 229 card, Max, you are going to be here in person to see Paddy Pimblett's walkout. Noah and Mason saw his walkout at 324, and they said it was the most electric thing that they've ever seen, like ever. I mean, how hyped are you for Paddy's walkout?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I mean, we've already broke down, the other 11 fights on this card. I think there's 13. Yeah, we've already broke down the other 11 fights. That's a big reason we're getting on the plane as well. But y'all, dude, I've been following Paddy since he got in the UFC. Man, I mean, he's a big reason why we're getting on that plane. Obviously we know Terrence. Obviously, we're gonna talk about what we got next because we're not done yet. But Paddy's a big reason we're getting on that plane to go see this in person. Let's go ahead and get into it, though. I did pick Paddy to beat Justin earlier this year, so I think that'd be wrong of me to pick against Paddy in this situation for a guy that I think is a lesser opponent. Let's go and break down BSD, though. BSD is a gamer. He's 17-3. He's kind of notoriously known for getting slept by Dustin. That's whenever he was kind of climbing up the ranks as a prospect. Dustin, he got his opportunity back in his day, so he gave the young and up-and-coming guy. Well, he was looking pretty good against Dustin. Dustin hit him with the hook, bang, out cold. Since then, he's looked pretty good. He did lose to Moicano since then, but he is on a 4-fight winning streak since then. I don't know if I rate any of these wins. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Rufy's a dog. He's a badass. He's one of the most fun strikers in the UFC we have right now. But I do not rate Mauricio Rufy's grappling when these two fought. Since they fought each other last year, he's fought Beneil Dariush and Dan Hooker. Those are the two most washed ranked guys at 155. There are other lightweights on this card that I would be betting to beat Dan Hooker or Beneil Dariush right now. With that being said, Paddy Pimblett, he's a scouser. They don't get fucking knocked out, lad. One either. I will say, though, Paddy's defense is going to have to be a lot better, man. He cannot be getting hit with those shots again like he did from Gaethje. That was a scrap. You guys saw how ugly his face was after that fight. Took a lot of damage. I think Paddy's going to need to get this one to the ground, though. I know BSD's got great grappling as well. Definitely got submission threats, but I don't know if Paddy's going to want to stay standing, but I think either way, whether this thing's on the feet or on the ground, I got confidence in my man, Paddy Pimblett. I think he's going to get it done. I can't wait to be in that arena. I'm actually in the nosebleeds. I haven't been in the nosebleeds for a while, any of these UFC events I've been to. So I'm going to get a real nice camera angle for you guys of everybody doing this shit because I'm going to be doing it as well. So I'm going to try to keep the camera as still as I can, but I'm going to be doing it well because Scousers don't get fucking knocked out, lad. And we're going to
right.
out here with Taporia. Let's go. Come on.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, like his walkout, you will literally have chills on your chills. Like I've never experienced. I went to the, all three of us are diehard Detroit Lions fans. I went to the Lions versus Bucks playoff games 2 years ago when they won in Detroit. And it was like their second win since the 1990s in the playoffs. And Paddy's walkout beats that.
Wow. I know how loyal the Lions fans are. I know how hungry you guys were for the playoff success you guys have seen lately because you guys are fucking awesome now. Great franchise, great coach as well. But if you're saying Paddy Pimblett walkout tops that, I know Detroit Lions fans bring it whenever you guys got home playoff games and even regular season games in general. So that just speaks volumes to how cool Paddy's walkout's going to be. I'm freaking excited for it. But that dude is just as fun inside the cage as his walkout is. So we're getting the full package deal on Saturday night, man. He's awesome. He's awesome for the sport.
Yep.
Definitely. So Noah, what is your co-main event prediction for UFC 329?
I'll say this first to start off. If BSD wins this fight, he will be next to fight Gaethje. Because Gaethje does not like BSD at all. He hates BSD. I think that that'd be 5 wins in a row for him. he's got a four fight finish streak. Hooker, Dariush, Rufi, Prapolov, like Max said, not very great wins now. Rufi it struggles with the grappling. BSC attacked it. Did not want to stand up with Rufi at all. Hooker, I think that first round when they were standing, I mean, I thought that Dan Hooker could have even won that round when they were standing and striking with one another.
Yeah.
He's only seen round 3 once in his UFC career, and that was in his debut. And he fades. He faded against Poirier. He faded against Morcano. Definitely has a finishing. I mean, all of his fights have been finishes that he won. 17 finishes, 11 of them being sub. Paddy coming off that gate sheet loss, which I don't think he lost. I mean, any respect in that fight. I think his trajectory went up after that fight, if we could say.
Yes.
Before that, 9-fight win streak. Same as him. He has 17 finishes, 11 subs. I mean, I think this fight's just gonna once it goes deeper, it's gonna be Paddy, and I think Paddy gets a sub. He's gonna get a triangle. It's gonna be either late round 2, early round 3. He's gonna find a triangle, maybe a flying triangle. He has that in his arsenal. But yeah, play the damn music. Paddy's getting it done. No matter he's getting it done. He's finishing. He's either gonna get a sub or he'll finish him with some ground strikes. I feel like he's getting the finish this weekend.
All right. I love it. Mason, what do you got this time?
Oh, God.
There's
go.
there's enough said with that. Give me Paddy the Batty by a round 3 knockout. I don't see BSD knocking Paddy out. If Gaethje can't put Paddy out, and we saw what Gaethje did to Ilya, who's never been knocked out. I mean, you can't not pick Paddy in this fight. I mean, give me Paddy by round 3 knockout. I'm so thrilled.
Mason, hell yeah, baby, let's go.
I love it.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm riding the Paddy train, boys. I'm riding the train with y'all. Underdog of the card, probably Paddy Pimblett here at plus 125. Very generous of the odds makers to give us that for this card. 7-1 in the UFC. None of his wins really to brag home about either. Paddy Pimblett kind of, got some Dana White privilege all the way to the top, but he kind of proves he belongs here at the top. He had a great fight with Gaethje, getting knocked down in rounds 1 and 2 and still finishing the fight. Incredible. And like you guys have said, I'm going to beat the dead horse again. Benoit St. Denis's win streak is not good at all. Like, he only wins when the other guy cannot grapple. And that Kyle Prepolich fight was on short notice, and that dude hadn't fought in 5 years, 6 years before that. Rufi has no grappling that we've ever seen. And Dariush is way too chinny to even get a chance to get to the grappling. And Dan Hooker was fucking him up on the beat.
Dariush hit him early, too, and rocked him.
Yeah, Dariush hurt him a little bit, but, Dariush is too chinny to even do that. Just makes you wonder how he beat Moicano. I have no idea. And then Moicano did what he did to BSD. MMA math just doesn't add up ever. It's crazy. But yeah, BSD, I mean, I've been on the train. I really do like BSD. I think he can be a champion one day. But this Saturday night will not be his night, unfortunately. But we all know he likes to just go forward, take guys down. Paddy Pimblett has been taken down in 6 of his 8 fights, and he's only been outstriked in 2 of his 8 UFC fights, and he won both of those 2 fights by round 1 submission. So Paddy is kind of a dog, always stays in fights, always throwing, not really initiating takedowns, did get taken down 3 times by Jordan Levitt, which is very concerning. But I don't think Benoit's ground game is going to be better than Paddy, and I don't think he's going to know what to do when he gets Paddy down. So I like Noah's prediction of a nice triangle choke there on the bottom. I think he's gonna get a nice submission off his back. Maybe even
It's
a
gonna be
silly gilly.
flying, dude. He's gonna do it standing up. He's gonna fly through the air and do that triangle.
All right, I'm gonna sweat. I think he's gonna jump the silliest of all the gillies that we've ever seen when BSD shoots that first takedown in round 1. Give me Paddy Pimblett by a round 1 silly gilly.
Oh my God. The beer
lead us in.
thrown to that arena if he does that. Holy shit. Holy.
Paddy Pimblett is gonna silly gilly him.
Connor, real quick, before we get into the Conor Max, why the fuck is this co-main event not a 5-round fight?
Oh my God. Don't need to get me started.
We gotta address this. That's bullshit. This should be 5 rounds. Right?
Yeah, that should have been a 5. Yeah,
I agree.
Especially with no title fights on the card. The co-main should have been a 5-rounder as well, for sure.
Him and Chandler were 5 rounds, right? They were scheduled for 5, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Almost positive.
Yeah, what the hell? Why is this not a 5-round fight? It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy.
It's not even going 3 rounds. That's why. Because Paddy's gonna fucking sub him.
Yeah,
he's a scouser.
They're only gonna need 1 round anyway. Doesn't matter. Don't even matter.
I thought that was bullshit. I wanted to see 5 rounds on the schedule, even if it doesn't get there.
Yeah, no, I agree. 100% agree. Especially with no title fights. First no title fight card since Covington versus Masvidal.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
Long time.
Crazy stuff.
Nikes.
And that non-title fight is Conor McGregor. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, that was an accident.
We're never going to get this intro for the
Heads will roll.
Our main event of the evening, the notorious Conor McGregor making his return. The Mac is back, baby. He is back for his 4th fight at welterweight, taking on Max Holloway, who agreed to make his welterweight debut against Conor McGregor in a 5-round main event here. Our spaghetti and meatballs of the evening. Max, you are going to be there to watch Max. How do you see this fight going?
Man, this is incredible. I am unfortunately one of those MMA fans. I do like to watch fights on the feet, obviously. I'm like the rest of the people, and I'm not a casual fan by any means, obviously, with the podcast I have, but I do like to watch standing kickboxing matches, and that's exactly what we've got here in the main event. Regardless of the outcome that happens in this main event, I know we said that with Charles and Max a few months ago. There's no way it's going to be boring, but Charles does have that background, where he can implement his will on the ground on a guy if he needs to, and obviously that's where he was a lot better than Max. That's why we're here with this fight. This fight's not going to be boring. We're going to have a very, very fun striking kickboxing match. If somebody does shoot, it's going to be because they're absolutely hurt or stunned. But man, life's changed a lot for me in 5 years. I was a 20-year-old playing semi-pro soccer. I still lived at home with my mom. I didn't know my fiance. I was in the basement with 30 people at my mom's crib watching Conor fight when he broke his leg. And, a lot's just changed since then. And obviously, once again, big reason we're getting on that plane is to go see this. I mean, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Terrence helped me out a little bit, as well. So shout out to T-Rex. So, I mean, I'm just so blessed to have the opportunity to be able to go out there and just be there for this, man. I don't know. God's good, man. I'm so grateful. I'm trying not to get emotional about this because 5 years ago, I would have never thought that I'd be in a position to be in right now, sitting in this chair talking to you guys about this. But I'm so excited to watch Conor fight. He got me through a hard time in my life. I was down, had a heartbreak, went a whole year without playing soccer because we weren't allowed to play during COVID. So I looked to Conor McGregor for inspiration. The dude's got one of the best stories in sports. So does Terrence McKinney. I'm going to keep referring to that. But Conor's done a lot for me. I know he's done a lot for y'all as well. If you're ever down, just watch Conor McGregor's story. It'll make you feel better about yourself and give you inspiration. But with that being said, I can't pick a guy that's been off for 5 years against a dude like Max Holloway, man. I mean, holy shit. Where do you even start with this dude? You look at everything he's done since he's, since Conor's last fight. I mean, I don't even have to say the resume. You guys already know what it is. Unfortunately, things didn't go well for him earlier this year at T-Mobile Arena, but I think Saturday night's going to be his night. I just don't want to see Conor get brutally KO'd, man. I feel like that could happen, though. But I will say, I'm going to give you guys this. If you are on the Conor McGregor side and you're going to put money down on him, the last time Conor McGregor fought somebody that had a 69-inch reach versus Conor's 74-inch reach, it was Eddie Alvarez, and Conor McGregor became the first ever simultaneous double champ in MSG that night. So just want to put that out there. I know a lot of people look at Max Holloway. They think he's a really lanky guy, but Conor does have a 5-inch reach advantage on Saturday night. So that's going to be something to look into, but I'm going to go with Max by knockout. Conor didn't look great against Dustin in round 1 5 years ago. And obviously, you guys saw what Max did to Dustin Poirier, not in his prime, obviously, last fall. But, you can kind of do a little bit of a drawback from that fight. But I think Max is going to knock Conor out, unfortunately. But I want Conor McGregor win. I'm a huge fan of Conor McGregor, like you guys are. So I want to hear your guys' breakdown, though. I'm talking too much right now. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
When do you
Yeah.
think he? When you
Mason,
no
take it away.
no 1 second real fast. I
Oh.
gotta ask Max something. When you say he KOs him, does he put him out cold or is it more Conor just dropping and being done?
I think you lagged at first. What was the question?
You think Conor or Max flat puts him out cold, or does it more like Conor giving up?
I don't think Conor's going to give up. I don't think he's going to give up. I think it'd be more of like I'm envisioning Max backing Conor up and hurting him with multiple strikes with the volume, and then he hits him with something really hard over the top, like an overhand right, probably. Kind of similar to how Dustin got him in their second fight. Something like that. I don't think Conor's going to quit, though. No chance. No chance.
All right. Mason, how do you see this fight going?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, for me, this is a hard fight to pick.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand Conor has been gone for a while, and Max is one of the best strikers we've ever seen, one of the best we've ever seen in the UFC. But
He's the best
I'm
boxer.
kind of worried about. Wait, what did he say?
He's the best boxer. I'm the best boxer.
I'm the best boxer. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm just worried about Max moving up a little bit because Conor looks pretty freaking big. Conor looks really big, and Max. I mean, we all know Max is kind of he's like stickish. I mean, not too stickish. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I think Conor's gonna make he's gonna be a lot beefier than Max. But I mean, Max, he's been consistently fighting for a while now. And I think I can see Max just winning this, but I don't see Max putting out Conor. That's the thing. But I could see Conor putting out Max. I don't know, guys. I'm all over the place here.
Oh,
I think
man,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Conor McGregor by knockout in round 4.
Let's go.
I don't know why. I love Max Holloway to death. One of my favorite fighters ever, but I'm just so worried about the move up. That's my one worry. And I know I said it here, but something might change in my head where I may pick Max, but I'm gonna pick Conor McGregor.
I love it. Mason, I was expecting you to, as soon as I asked you, I was expecting you to get up, walk out of frame and start doing Conor McGregor's walk back into frame. I really thought you were going to do it.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, God.
Can't you see?
The Mac is back, baby. All right, Noah, how do you see this main event going?
All right. Either Conor's going to come out there and try to be a showman and try to keep the fight on his feet, or Conor's going to want to come out there and look like he wants to win. And if Conor utilizes grappling, I think he's going to have a grappling advantage. I think he could win utilizing takedowns and being big. If he tries to be a showman and stand up with Max the whole time, I don't think that's a good game plan for Conor. I think he'll start to gas out when the fight gets later on. I do not see Max putting out Conor unless it's from volume. I don't see and Conor just kind of gassing out. I don't see Max putting Conor out clean or anything like that. It's too big of. I mean, Max has 12 KOs in his career. He has two lately, and that's Gaethje and the Korean Zombie. And Gaethje was just because he pointed down at the ground, and it was super late in the fight, and they were just swinging. Before that, 2018, Brian Ortega, Dr. Stop It, before the Korean Zombie. I don't see the power going up to 170 with him. So it's either Conor by KO or Max by decision. I mean, if Conor can grapple, it may be a close fight. But I if the odds were what they were a few weeks ago and Conor was plus 300, plus 350, I'd say Conor. With Max being minus 250 now, I feel like 5-year layoff. We've not really seen anyone come back great after 5 years. The last person that we saw come back from a 5-year layoff was Nick Diaz, and was he did not look good at all against Robbie Lawler, really. Yeah, I'm going Max by decision here. I think Max gets decision, but we'll see. I don't know what Conor we're gonna see. It's been 5 years. We just don't. It's a mystery.
Yeah,
but it's all in his playground. It is in his playground being at 170. That is a huge huge thing into this fight is how big Conor will be compared to Max.
Yeah, Conor's 170 fights though were like iffy. Like he fought Nate Diaz twice at 170. Arguably lost the second fight, or the second fight should have been a draw at the bare minimum. And then, obviously Donald Cerrone, when Donald Cerrone was basically at the end of his rope. I think that was his last career fight. And yeah, so I mean, Conor, I don't think Conor's a huge advantage for Conor really at 170. He didn't look crazy at 170.
That's 7 years ago.
Yeah, but like also all the drugs he's been doing out of here, he's been running his whiskey business or whatever. I don't think he's been having a vigorous workout schedule as Max Holloway has in the last 13 years since they fought each other. So I think Max Holloway has definitely leveled up his grappling. I would hope so in the last 13 years. We did see him get his black belt right after the Charles fight. So I don't think Conor McGregor is going to have an advantage on the ground at all. And I don't even see this going. I don't see anybody shooting at all. But I think Conor McGregor could get a KO in round 1 here. It's very, very possible. But I think Max is going to put him away late, probably in round 4 or 5. I don't think Conor's cardio is going to hold up at 37 years old, 5-year layoff, cocaine problem. He's had other, controversies. His mind hasn't really been on fighting at all over the last 5 years, I don't think. And I just see Max Holloway getting it done pretty easily here. I think I think Paddy Pimblett's priced as an underdog, so that we can make money on Paddy, and because they know Conor's not going to win. So I don't know. I think it's an easy win here for Max Holloway, and it's kind of just a pointless gimmick fight for Max, who's trying to break into the lightweight division and be a title contender there, and he's just taking this welterweight fight for some reason I don't understand. But
money.
Yeah, Max Holloway by Masterclass. Like, do you get more money though? Because like it's not pay-per-view buys, and he already has a set contract for how much money he makes to show up and how much to win. It's not like, did they renegotiate a new 1-fight contract for Max for this fight?
Yeah,
they could give more incentive on top of the contract you're currently signing.
Yeah, the what do you call it? Especially with like the stadium, like how much the ticket sales and everything.
Yeah,
dude, the cheapest. Yeah. He's getting a lot of money.
It's really, really high risk, really low reward, I think, for Max Holloway. I don't see how this win would put him in title fight contention, which is where he wants to be, right? He just moved up to 155. I don't, what I mean? And he just lost to Charles. He had his win over Dustin at lightweight, and he TKO'd Justin Gaethje, who's the current champ. Like, you have a win over the current champ, and he's taking this gimmick fight. I know he took this fight before Gaethje became champ, but still, I just don't think Max Holloway's taking his fighting career very seriously by taking this fight.
I just wish I could hit the to be determined button for my pick, because I'm like still so like I have no like Just so hard to
I
pick.
thought it was McGregor. You did the walkout.
I know. I said McGregor, but like I also think about Max, and I don't know.
Oh, you
But-
committed too much to it, man. You can't go back now.
Yeah, I can't
Committed.
go back now.
You're
But
into that. You're in too
I
deep.
honestly, I don't really like Conor that much. Like I love what he does for the sport. I love what he did for the sport. But like,
Yeah,
just not like he. I don't know, man.
super
It's
overhyped. Dana White privilege if it ever existed. But
Conor
yeah, he just
McGregor?
knows how to sell a fight. Very entertaining. Just but not the best of fighters. And I think Max just master classes him, honestly.
Conor
But
KO'd Aldo in 13 seconds. That was pretty
yeah,
crazy. That was
everyone's gotten
like,
caught.
and Aldo was like the king of kings.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got beaten 9 years, Aldo.
Yeah. I mean, and Chris Weidman KO'd Anderson Silva. Everyone gets caught eventually. Like Izzy KO'd Pereira. Izzy got freaking dropped by Strickland. Like everyone gets caught eventually.
Hey, you're the underdog too, guys. Strickland
It
beat
is the year of the
Hamzat.
underdog. It's the year of the underdog.
And for numbered events too.
Now, everything's
Dude,
a fucking play.
I think I've been wrong on every single paper or numbered card this year besides one for the main events. Because I've gone with the.
I'm up there too.
I've struggled with these numbered
What's everyone's
main
official
events.
picks again? What are our main event picks again? No, what was your main event pick?
Max.
By decision or KO?
By
By decision. And then Max, you had Max by decision?
No, I got Max by knockout. I don't think Conor can go. I don't think Conor can go 25 minutes after a 5-year layoff. Maybe he's got that in his next fight because I know he's under a 2-fight contract, so he's got one left supposedly. I don't think he's got 25 minutes in the tank with one of the guys that has the best cardio in the UFC
and volume.
Yeah.
And
and volume. 100%. Yeah, Max, I'm with you. All right, Mason, you picked McGregor round 1 KO.
round 4 KO with a question mark.
KO.
With a question
mark and a TBD after it as well.
Yeah. I'm really I'm super excited that Conor is coming back because I think this is great for this. Like this is huge for the UFC. I think like this is huge. This is gonna bring so many people back too. I think
100%, especially with the White House card last month, Conor McGregor this month. Like,
here's a good question. All right, Conor wins. What do you do with him? And Conor loses. What do you do with him?
You got to run him in Gaethje. They hate him.
But does he make 155? Does he make 155?
Yeah, I think he can. I think he's just at 170 to just fill it out and kind of help him get his weight down. I think going to 55 right now would have been too extreme.
I did see that Michael Chandler is teasing a move up to 170 via his Instagram.
If he loses, it's fine.
It has to be because he was on the Ariel Helwani show where Max also was on that episode. Shout out Max and Steve's YouTube. Bam. But he also was on there and he said that he already has another fight booked for April. Like it's already signed and booked.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see how healthy Conor. I mean, dude, you can't tell me if Conor doesn't go out there and hurt Max and like get him out of there somehow in the first 2 or 3 minutes of that fight. You got a healthy Conor. You can't tell me they're not going to run him headlining MSG in November.
100%.
I don't know about.
Or December. December in Vegas. They'll do December in Vegas. That'll be like
probably.
I know Strickland wants to fight December in Vegas too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't put Conor and Sean on the same card then. Sean and Hamzat would have to.
I don't know, man. They put McGregor and Paddy on the same card.
Yeah.
They're not
true.
Dude, I could see Paddy fighting Conor if Conor loses. Paddy go to 170 and fighting Conor.
That could be good. And we didn't mention it, but Mauricio Rufy's actually the backup fighter for this main event. Very exciting if either one of these guys pulls out. That is
I could see Conor pulling out.
If he pulls out, I would be more than happy. I'd be more than happy if Conor pulled out. Well, that'd be kind of disappointing, obviously, for people going like Max. But to see Mauricio Rufy versus Max Holloway at welterweight would be fucking insane. I think that's a banger fight. but hopefully it doesn't come to that.
I'd be so sad if Conor pulled out. No offense to Rufio. Lee's my boy. He's the striking coach, but hey, man, I'm not.
It's
We're
Conor
not going
McGregor,
to
dude. I thought the
Rufy
Paddy
and-
walkout was
Oh.
crazy. I can't imagine what the Conor walkout's going to be like. The foggy do.
Does he
Yeah.
come the foggy do and hypnotized by Biggie, or does he come out to Return of the Mac for the first time ever?
No, he comes out to the foggy do. He comes out to
I don't
foggy.
know.
He has to.
Got to be foggy
just-
and hypnotized, right? It's got to be foggy doing
Yeah,
hypnotized.
it's got to be. It's got to be.
Gotta be. Well, that's UFC
Nope.
329.
We got to give our golden
Let's-
goose picks.
Let's get into our golden
Yeah.
goose picks.
I thought what you were going to say.
Let's start off with Mason. Mason, you picked a lot of underdogs on this card here. I'm very, very intrigued on who your golden goose is going to be here, buddy.
Yeah, all right. I mean, so many underdogs picked by the one and only Mace Master, but
Yes.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy that I get to go first because Conor would probably steal my pick somehow. But I think I'm going to go Brandon Royval for my golden goose.
You
I really like his
son of a
value.
mother. Fuck.
That's payback for Moicano. That is payback for Moicano. I like Brandon Royval's value as an underdog. I think he's a great pick. But yeah, give me Brandon Royval as my golden goose. And
Yeah.
honk.
Honk, honk. That's a great pick. I absolutely love it. Noah, who is your golden goose?
Come on. Play the damn song. Paddy freaking Pimblett.
Damn it!
Paddy Pimblett is. I've been saying since that fight was announced
Oh
that
my
Paddy is going to sub BSD. I wasn't high on Paddy before I saw him fight Gaethje in person, and now I just love the guy. I just don't see him losing this weekend, and he's gonna get a finish.
Let's go.
I love it. 2 golden goose picks, 2 picks stolen. Max, who is your golden goose? Please don't take mine.
So you have to pick a different golden goose. Is that how that works? You got
You don't have
No,
to, but
you
we
can-
just like to give the people some variety, you know?
Okay. My real golden goose is obviously Paddy. We all 4 picked Paddy. We did not all 4 pick a fighter and a lot of these fights for 13, but we're all riding Paddy. So obviously my golden goose, if I had to give one, is going to be Paddy Pimblett. All right, we're going to go with Paddy the Batty for our golden goose. Let's go, baby. Come on.
All right,
Put them hands
I
up.
was worried.
Bouncers don't get knocked out. Let's go, baby. Come on. And BSD has staff. We didn't talk about that shit. So BSD's going to gas out.
I don't know
Paddy.
if it's staff or not. I think it's maybe just a cut on his ankle.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he'll end up with staff some way, somehow.
Dude, that guy
because-
stinks. He stinks
Yeah.
literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
BSD versus the shower.
Real fight. That's the real main event this weekend, baby. BSD versus a shower. Oh, come on. I'm just kidding.
Definitely. Oh, Max, I'm so glad. I was worried you were gonna take my golden goose, which is Zachary Reese. I like USA here. Second fight of the card. I really like Zach Reese in this fight. I think Ryan Gandra's really got recency bias on him. Zach Reese had a great fight against Michel Pereira. Should have won that fight. Ryan Gandra only has a knockout against the guy that he was supposed to knock out. Has only been finding his hands as of late. I think Zach Reese is going to get it to the ground here, and I think Zach Reese actually finds the submission. Give me Zach Reese by submission, but just Zach Reese on the money line will get you a lot of money as well.
Let's go. Zach Reese is at Syndicate out there in Vegas too, bro. So he's at a good camp. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, he's a dog, bro. He is a dog. He puts on some good fights. But any final thoughts for UFC 329, boys?
Card of the year. It's better than the White House for me.
Ooh, that's bold.
I think
That's
a lot
really
of
I've been
cards
saying
this
that
year
since
have been better
before
than
the White House.
for
I've
me.
been so excited for this card. It's top to bottom. There's someone entertaining in it.
Yeah, Very true.
That's valid.
And it all goes down July 11th at the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Max is going to be there. Make sure you follow his page. He'll be posting a lot of content about it. I'm going to share it. Make sure you go follow. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Always pumping out breakdowns with Steve on there. Great video, or on Steve's channel with him. Max always pumping out content with fighters on his channel. We'll have the links to all his pages down below. That's 329, boys. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.